welcome back to our weekly Icarus Patchnotes discussion. Week 161. I'm here with Carl, so I'm quickly gonna hop over to Discord. Hey Carl, how you doing?
Doing good in here.
Not bad, not bad. It's Friday, so that means weekend, so that means time for gameplay.
Indeed, for first patch notes.
Yeah, once again, very short patch notes. I reckon next week the team will be back in, so we will have more extensive patch notes again. But this week is going to be a very short one again.
It depends if it takes them some time to spool up, so probably the week after is more realistic, but we'll see.
Maybe, we'll see indeed. But for now we are at week 161. We're getting the Platinum Shield. We have a new Platinum Shield, craftable at tier 4. Like I said last week already, interesting since Platinum is a tier 3 material and we already have a Titanium Shield at tier 4.
Yep,
But we now get
agreed.
a new shield craftable at tier 4. The new Platinum Shield can be crafted on the Foundry at tier 4 with a large blocking radius to boot. And it does indeed seem quite wide, so roughly comparable to the composite shield.
Yep,
But
it'll be good.
we'll check in game. We will check the stats.
Yep.
So welcome to week 161. Now this week we're adding the new Platinum Shield, a tier 4 option with a large blocking radius and unique design. We've also got a sneak peek at next week's update and some new recipes coming with it. So let's hop in and have a read. The message we had for the last 2 weeks already, the clients being unable to fire weapons issue. They're working on it. There is a possible patch on the experimental branch. But hopefully this week or next week they will like proper work on it and come with a proper solution for the main branch as well. Now for this week we have the Platinum Shield. So this week we added the new Platinum Shield to Icarus, which rounds out the shield collection with a tier 4 option. Composites is a tier 4 material. Yeah, you need electric furnace and material processor, so it's definitely tier 4. Titanium is a tier 4, and so what I
No
state here
problem.
with a tier 4, it should be with another tier 4, but okay. Shield is craftable on the Foundry, again a tier 4 bench. Provides more blocking radius than its steel and titanium counterparts, but it blocks less damage than titanium. So basically like the composite shield, which blocks less than titanium but has a wider blocking radius.
It'll be interesting to see compare those two then, because if there's
Yeah,
no actual difference between the two, then why would you spend all the resources on composites for the shield if you can? I mean, a little bit less blocking isn't the end of the world. If you wanted the best of the best, then sure thing. But we know that shield of yours is expensive.
yep, and I went for composites because of the blocking radius, and yes, it blocks slightly less, but the blocking radius is better, so that's where I went for. That's personal choice though. But you are definitely right. Is it worth the extra block to go for titanium, or if you compare the platinum with the composite, definitely
Yeah, that's what I meant.
we will have to have a look at the stats of both.
Yeah, because if it's just platinum and or versus, all the composite materials, which is way more expensive for, a 2% or 5% improvement, that's just not value for your money. So,
Well, composites you make with, and like one single composite paste costs you one single platinum ore. A
oh, is
platinum
it? Oh,
ingot
okay.
costs 5 platinum ore. So
Oh, okay.
that's, if you're gonna compare
Actually
the
cheaper.
cost, we have to keep that in mind.
Okay. All right, we'll see. Yeah.
So, as
I thought,
always, shields can be crafted and used in the offhand with any one-handed weapon, and when held, it can block incoming damage. Nice detail here, if you now on your hotbar select a one-handed weapon, actually it's been like this for a while already, it automatically puts the shield in your offhand. So if you switch from bow to knife, it takes the knife in your on hand and automatically puts the shield in your off hand.
Yep, unlike a certain game that we're playing.
Exactly. The shields can also be placed in your utility slot, the G slot, so they appear on your back as you walk around, and they provide a bit of damage mitigation when you are being attacked from behind. It's, so where the composite shield is a horizontal oriented shield, this one is a vertical oriented one.
Yeah, it does seem like it, yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
if you ride a MOA with a platinum shield on your back, you don't have the wings like like you have with composites.
correct.
Well, in gameplay we'll have a quick look at the stats of the shields. Now next week, finally, we're getting the growable coconut tree. Next week we are adding coconut seeds that can be planted to grow your own coconut trees. This should make accumulating coconuts a lot easier than having to traverse the map to find wild ones. In addition, we'll also be adding some new recipes, including the freshly grown fruit. A couple of things. One, coconut trees only grow in the desert. Not all palms there are coconut palms, only some of them. I've done a session in my solo open world where I had a whole cartload full of wood, and I only had like a handful of coconut. Uh,
Well,
so growing your own coconut trees makes it a more reliable source of coconuts, meaning your coconut cake becomes way more interesting, way easier to and more reliable to craft. Second, Prometheus does not have desert, so there were no coconuts in Prometheus. So you could not make any coconut-based recipes in Prometheus. Now with the addition of the seed, you will be able to grow coconuts also in Prometheus. Keep in mind though, grow it in a treehouse to mitigate the biome effect.
yep.
And another nice benefit of growing coconut trees, this makes wood basically an infinite resource. Trees do not regrow. Do not regrow, do not respawn, so wood is basically a semi-finite resource. You can get wood as a reward from simple quests, but not reliably.
Hmm.
So it was like a semi-finite resource up until now. Now when we
Yep.
can grow the coconut trees, it means we can grow our own trees. So wood also has become an infinite resource. And this is actually the last resource that was still finite. Meaning
Yep.
all resources are now infinite. So it's very nice.
Indeed.
Now your support makes these updates possible. The Icarus Pets bundle with the creature comfort pack, which gives you the extra food and water troughs, a couple of extra saddles. Pet companions, which gives you some extra variants of the horses and the cats, and which also gives you the horses and the dogs and the cats, which also gives you the horses. They are part of the pet companions pack. And the zebra rescue mission is in there as well. The only way to get zebras as a tame. They are more heat resistant. They will still suffer a bit from heat exhaustion in the desert though. It's not like they are impervious to heat, but way less than the other mounts. Yes, I've been using a zebra in the desert in my solo open world. Or,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah. Nothing, nothing.
okay. And alternatively, you can go for the complete the set, which basically gives you everything you don't have yet. No discounts going on at the moment. Then we get to the
Well,
change log, which is basically platinum shield. And that
indeed.
is basically the patch notes.
So, quick break for you, or jump straight into it?
Now give me a couple of minutes break, and, so I can set up OBS proper, etc. So take a
Perfect.
quick break, and we'll be back in like 5-ish minutes, and we can
Perfect.
do some gameplay.
Got you go then.
Okay, talk to you then. So yeah, those were the patch notes. As said, we will be back in a couple of minutes with gameplay in which we will test out this new Platinum Shield, compare it stats wise with Composite Shield. We will be doing this in our Prometheus co-op open world, where we will also run one of the side quests. So thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I'll see you folks around.